I'm Robin.
And in today's video, I'm going to show you what I think cottagecore means to me. Cottagecore is centered around what you would imagine living in a cottage or the countryside would be like. So I decided I was going to make this faux picture frame using my scroll saw and some cardboard. First, I glued the picture to the piece of cardboard, and then I used an X-Acto knife to make a hole and my scroll saw to make a pretty scalloped edge. Then I made up some paint with deco art by mixing a few different colors, and I painted all around. Now I'm going to add some greenery to the frame. I thought this would look really good in my little cottage scene, and I had these lavender pieces that I got from Dollar Tree, so I just added them on with some hot glue. I also had some rocks, and I added those at the bottom of the frame. Now this was suggested to me in one of my live streams, and I'll link that in the description box. Next, I'm choosing something for the other side, and of course, I don't like it. Become a member of my channel, and you could have access to my I don't like it emoji. Perfect for a live stream when I say I don't like it. Luckily, I do like this. For my next DIY, I decided I wanted to make a rustic wooden lantern, and I'm going to be using these tree branches that I got when we had a storm here, and a branch fell off the tree, and so I decided to use it. So I cut up all the little pieces, the twigs, and using this candle to hold up the twigs, at first I was going to put the candle inside, so I was going to use it for measuring how big I should make it. So I'm just using hot glue here, and I'm gluing each of the tree branches onto the wooden base. Now, if you decide to recreate this, you will have to hold each of the pieces until the glue semi-dries. What I like about cottagecore is the gardening, greenery, floral prints, flowery dresses, and animals. There is a lot to do with nature as well with cottagecore. So that's why I wanted to use this tree branch, because it is from nature. So I'm just adding some more branches all around. And because I had originally wanted to use the LED candle, I was making sure to give a lot of space in the middle, but putting most of the pieces close together so I could fit a lot of them on the wooden base. So I'm just continuing working my way around the base part. And I did have to glue some of the twigs together side by side as well. Once it was done, I popped in an LED candle, one of the little tea light ones instead. And here's how it looks with the lights off. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm in love with it. For my next DIY, I had this empty cardboard container from work, and I decided I wanted to make a tray using this floral print. Now this was actually a dress that I had, but I didn't like it, and it really reminded me of a cottage, Like, you know, when you go to the cottage, and then usually on the dresser, they have maybe a tray and a pitcher with a saucer for water and just like a really pretty decor. So I thought that this pattern went well with this aesthetic. So I'm just using hot glue and I'm pressing down on the fabric so that it adheres to the tray. And when I flipped it over, it wasn't quite stuck on as much as I wanted it to be, so I added even more hot glue underneath where the fabric was, and then I pulled it tightly and pressed down on it so that it would stick better. And here's how it looks so far. Then I had this really pretty lace ribbon that I'd gotten at Dollarama, and I thought it would go really, really well with it. So just by using some hot glue, I added it on. The whole roll took up the outer edge of the tray. And it was $1.25 for this roll. I like it a lot because it's so pretty and dainty looking. And I thought the tray needed a little something just to make it look more whimsical. So I just put the lace all the way around, and then I cut off the little excess piece, and then I added some glue and stuck it down. Now I want to make that little picture I was talking about, and so I had some cardboard lying around, so I thought I might give it a whirl trying to make it from scratch. So first I made like a picture design, and then I added this little piece for the bottom. Now I'm going to make the little handle, and I just added hot glue and then shaped it. Once I did that, I did have to hang on to it for a bit for the glue to dry. Then I decided I wanted the picture to be a little smaller, so I cut out part of the top of the picture. So it's going to look like this now. And then I added more of the fabric. Now you won't be able to use this picture because it is made of cardboard, so I wouldn't suggest putting water in it. But I just wanted it more for a decorative motif. And I'm adding the fabric on the same way as before, putting the glue on and then pressing down and tightening the fabric at the same time. And I made a little hole for the handle. And here it is. I think it's pretty. Next, I wanted to make a little saucer, so I took another piece of cardboard and this lid from a Bath and Body Works candle. Now the cardboard was a bit thick, so I separated it. And then I glued all the sides down to the lid of the candle. Once I did that, I added some more fabric because I wanted it to match. And I just used the hot glue and then pressed down and folded over the fabric because I wanted some of the sides to line up. Originally I wanted to make a bowl, but I decided a little plate would do. And here's how they look together. I think it's really cute. Next, I decided I wanted to make a little vase so I could put flowers on the tray as well. So I'm just doing the same method here, rolling up the side of the cardboard and adding glue, and then I'm pressing on it. Then I made a bottom as well, and I'm gluing that on. Once the bottom was secure, I added some more fabric. Now I did use that marker to hold down the fabric when I put the hot glue, because the hot glue was very hot and I almost burned myself a couple of times, but I was pretty careful. So I am stretching the fabric at the same time as pulling it over and pressing it down. And here I go with the marker because that piece was pretty hot. To complete the look, I added some beautiful lilies that I'd gotten at Dollar Tree and also some onion grass. I love this cottagecore look. I think it's so beautiful and one with nature. If you can't go to the cottage, decorate your home in cottagecore. And you too can enjoy the beauty of the decor. And it also has an old-fashioned look. If you want to see how I decorated my patio for under $10, click on the next video.